over yonder, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home, a band of angels, they coming towards me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the Bahamas honors Emancipation Day with vibrant celebrations and deep reflection. Plus, the Boss Club Summer Program showcases the creativity and entrepreneurial spirit of young participants. And Marsh Harbor Abaco now has a new hyperbaric chamber. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, everyone. I'm Raven Davis, and as always, it's a joy to have you with us. Topping news tonight, as the Bahamas marks Emancipation Day, the vibrant celebrations across the island reflect not only the joy of freedom, but also the ongoing journey towards equality and justice. This annual holiday, a cornerstone of the nation's history, brings together a festive blend of activities while also serving as a poignant reminder of the profound transformations that reshaped Bahamian society over the centuries. Here's more on this public holiday. Emancipation Day in the Bahamas is more than just a celebration. It marks the end of a deeply entrenched economic and social system that shaped the nation's history. According to Chairman of the Bahamas National Reparations Committee, Dr. Nyambi Campbell Hall-Dean, the abolition of slavery was a pivotal moment that laid the foundation for future milestones such as Majority Rule Day and Independence Day.
This is a day where enslaved peoples within the Commonwealth recognized as the day in which they were emancipated from slave labor. We know that full emancipation didn't come until years after that. There was what they called apprenticeship. I think in the Bahamas, we called it the truck system. So people were still basically working in the same systems. And so full emancipation didn't actually occur on August 1st. In the ways where, you know, everybody was just free to do whatever they wanted to do, if we're thinking of emancipation in that way.
Despite the end of slavery, Dr. Campbell Hall-Dean notes that many of the underlying economic systems did not disappear, rather, they simply evolved.
It affected the Bahamas in many ways, but and in many ways that we still see today, I think. We see legacies in our healthcare, with high rates of diabetes and hypertension all throughout the region. And a lot of this is connected to the foods that were available for the enslaved people. So we took these scraps and we made the best out of them. We created sauce and, you know, all of these meals that we love and adore today. But we're seeing the impacts of those on our health.
In the Bahamas, Emancipation Day is celebrated with lively Junkanoo rush-outs, beach outings, sailing, and regattas across the island. However, amidst the joy and festivities, it is also a time for deep reflection on the implications of this historical change and its enduring impact on the broader society.
To implement a culture that recognizes that history has consequences. And so I think that when we recognize Emancipation Day, when we celebrate Emancipation Day, we really get to see the stories of people like Porino or Pompey or Kate Moss, that we have heroes within our culture that have done so much to bring us to where we are, and we have a lot to be proud of.
In other news, the Boss Club Summer Program 2024 wrapped up with a vibrant pop-up shop where emerging entrepreneurs took center stage, displaying their innovative ventures and entrepreneurial skills. The 3-week program offered youngsters a chance to earn from their hard work and creativity. Here's that report.
Being able to sell something that you create or make, it's an amazing feeling.
It was the grand finale of the Boss Club Summer Program 2024, and the excitement was palpable. The day unfolding with a dynamic pop-up shop where emerging entrepreneurs proudly showcased their newfound skills and innovations.
We have pens with Bible scriptures on it, and where it come from. And we have gibbets with motivational words on it.
Basically, rewriting a new page in someone's mind. If someone's going through depression or they may have trauma and they buy one of our pens or maybe our stickers and put it on something, they can always see that every day and put that in their mind to gain a new conscience.
What I enjoyed most is having to create a business and allowing me to make and create things that I would like to sell. I got really great feedback. Someone who just tasted my banana bread said it was amazing.
I sell automatic water dispensers and I sell neck coolers. Everyone always complains about how hard it is, so I just thought that I could make people cool, because the name of my business is Everything Cool.
From decadent treats to cosmetics and handmade creations, individual tables brought business ideas to life and drew in customer support.
All the children of the future, and if we're going to support their endeavors, we have to be intentional about it. So I wanted to make sure show up and visit each table to show that they had the support that they needed. And being a business owner as well, we all need that push.
And it's very good because it teaches them, especially I could talk with my sons, because them having their own stuff and having their own money, they like that.
Program coordinator Shamir Williams says once the students presented their business ideas, they were then refined with the help of mentors, culminating in official business licenses. Her hope is that the program becomes a staple for every Grand Bahamian student.
During the 3 weeks, they learn the fundamentals of entrepreneurship, but we also introduce financial literacy, and that's why we have Bank of the Bahamas here today. This is our 3rd year, but a lot of new students found out about it, and they couldn't wait to get a part of the program and to continue on with us until they graduate from high school.
They want to do from their savings, then invest into their business, and then maybe their mortgage, and then back again, and then probably they'll send their children to us after a while as well.
Switching gears now, through the goodwill of an anonymous donor, the Member of Parliament for Central and South Abaco and devoted residents, Marsh Harbour Abaco was the recipient of a brand new hyperbaric chamber recently. Our Shane Stubbs spoke with one local doctor who outlines the importance of the equipment and why it means a great deal, especially for the diving community.
In the last few years, according to Dr. George Charity, there were some incidents that occurred where having the hyperbaric chamber would have been beneficial for those suffering from decompression sickness. Now with this treatment available, he says it's a good day for Abaconians, eliminating having to fly with decompression sickness to receive this sort of treatment.
We had several cases in the last 1 to 2 years where patients had suffered the bends. We had a few of them that even lost their lives because there was no hyperbaric oxygen treatment available on the island.
While crediting Central and South Abaco Member of Parliament John Pinder, Abaco Fire and Rescue, and other devoted residents for making this dream a reality, Dr. Charity outlines how this treatment works, noting that oxygen therapy also handles skin infections, bubbles of air to the blood vessels, diabetic wounds and ulcers, and patients undergoing radiation therapy.
We take the air pressure to about 2 to 3 times higher than the normal air pressure. Under these conditions, you can supply lots of oxygen to the air, to the lungs, and to various tissues in the body.
With Abaco boasting a robust diving industry, this piece of equipment is vital in the event of diving emergencies.
God willing, we hope that no one suffers the bends, but if they do suffer the bends, we have treatment available locally for them.
And while one treatment could range from $1,500 to $4,000 depending on the facility, Charity notes financing would be no issue.
The charge and patients cannot afford it.
The chamber will be under the supervision of Dr. Charity at Integrated Medical Center in Marsh Harbor, Abaco. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
In news from police, officers at the Southwestern Police Station on Grand Bahama are busy searching for Delano Black for violation of bail. The 36-year-old resident of number 395 Jackfish Street and Hannah Hill 8 Mile Rock stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighs 165 pounds, is of dark brown complexion, slim build, dark brown eyes, and black hair with plaits. Black has a teardrop near his left eye and millennium key symbol in the center of his forehead. If spotted, police urge members of the public to approach with extreme caution as he is considered to be armed and dangerous. You can dial police emergency at 911, the National Crime Prevention Office at 302-8430 or 1, Crime Stoppers at 352-1919, 350-3106 or 9. Family Island residents can call 242-300-8476. When we come back, the Rotary Club of Freeport is giving back to the community through donations. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Foresight IT Professionals is now open in Freeport, Grand Bahama, offering affordable products and IT services. From computers, IT support, network setup, and more. Boost your productivity with the right technology. Contact them on WhatsApp for more information. Phone 813-3355.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority advises of road resurfacing on East Sunrise Highway westbound lanes opposite Lukai Medical from August 6th through the 9th. The Lukai roundabout will be closed with traffic diverted to Ferry Horse Lane. The Grand Bahama Port Authority apologizes for any inconvenience caused.
Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Cocteau termites former Salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry, Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper, so you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared. Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Following the footsteps of Rotary International's monthly theme, the Rotaract Club of Freeport is giving back through donations of needed supplies with a first-time initiative. Matthew Martinborough gives more on this story.
The Rotary Club of Freeport are continuing their community service endeavors, starting out here at the Grand Bahama Home for the Aged, with a much-needed donation towards their nursery and preschool. The donation of Pampers is the first of its kind by the Rotary Club in the wake of this month's theme of maternity and child care set by Rotary International. Club President Stevania Benaby shares that she hopes the initiative and many more to come can be felt throughout the community.
So we do a lot around the community now, but we've never really been so media popular, but we're going to go forward with that so that we can get more hand on the community, because we do a lot, just not always seen.
Now the Rotarians also made their way here to the Ram Memorial Hospital, continuing their donating efforts with both the maternal and pediatric wards. Manager of the aforementioned wards, as well as the sick baby unit, Lynette Curtis, notes that there's always a need for donations, especially items such as Pampers, in the midst of an inflating economic landscape.
Not only the need, but even the cost, because nowadays the cost for Pampers is skyrocketing, and so therefore this initiative will help us also in cost.
Along with Ms. Curtis, Assistant Hospital Administrator Kendra Clark expresses the utmost gratitude for this initiative in hopes the drive evolves into an annual endeavor in the near future.
We are a recipient of all of their gifts, and I am sure our mothers are going to be overjoyed at all of the things that they would have brought for us, and I just want to say thank you to them.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Great story, Matthew. Well, a mother is keeping the life and legacy of her family alive after she lost them 5 years ago to Hurricane Dorian. Barry Thomas, the founder of Captain Phil Jr. and the Three Mates, says giving back has now become her passion.
It's coming up to the 5th year anniversary of me losing my family. So every year I decide to do something by keeping their legacy alive and keeping them alive in my heart and other people's heart. So I would have a giveaway, back to school giveaway, this is my 2nd year doing a back to school giveaway. Our first giveaway was in McLeanstown. That's where my family is originally from. And my second giveaway is in the western end of the island where I'm from. So in order to keep my family existing, although they're not here body, I always try to find a way to give back, and not only give back, something that I know my kids and my husband would say, you know what, okay, we would do that if we were here. So that's what I'm doing here today.
She adds that her late husband had a strong love for learning, and she wants children to have the same opportunities.
We would be giving away 2 scholarships to students, to graduates, that from Grand Bahama, we'll be giving them the opportunity to school, to university abroad. And not only that, we will actually be taking them, making certain that they're comfortable, making certain that they, of course, meet the requirements of what they want, and giving them a first-hand view on what to expect when they visit this university.
Switching gears now, Grand Bahama has seen a similar trend over the years as it concerns summer programs. However, the introduction of Camp Inclusion is looking to be a new alternative for those who are just like you and I. Camp Inclusion is a summer program aiming to provide a learning experience for those with disabilities, with the goal of helping the campers to be more involved in the social status quo. Camp Coordinator, Chairman, and Executive Director of the Bahamas Coalition of Advocates for Disability Awareness and Services, Kendrick Roll, notes the campers will be doing a bit of everything to be conscious of the many different impairments, along with the inclusion of a sport suited just for them.
One of the highlights is going to be they're going to be playing a sport called beep baseball. Beep baseball is a sport that was introduced in the United States in the late 70s. And what beep baseball is baseball for the blind and visually impaired. We play with beeping balls and buzzing bases. And they will be blindfolded, and they'll have a chance to try and hit the ball and then find their way to the bases.
Deputy Executive Secretary of the National Commission of People with Disability, Townsley Roberts, is grateful for the endeavor, adding that there is very much a need for more disability-conscious efforts on the island.
We realize the need in Grand Bahama. We have gone in the past from the east end to the west end, even knocking on doors to see how many persons actually exist here. And one of our main mandates is to register persons with disability So even while we're here, we hope to register persons who are not registered already with us so that we know what exists, what the need is. If we know what exists, we have the numbers, the data, we can then go ahead and advocate with Cabinet to ask for further services.
Well, Camp Inclusion is being held at the Freeport Seventh-day Adventist Church and is free for all who would like to be a part of it. Well, switching gears now to continue its mission of assisting families around the island who have not been able to recover since Hurricane Dorian and COVID-19, the Let's Make a Difference campaign is extending into this year's Thanksgiving, delivering a promise to donate hot meals to residents who are in need. Let's Make a Difference is a cause which provided over 3,000 hot meals throughout Grand Bahama on Thanksgiving Day last year. Chairman of the campaign, Melissa Sands, says this year the goal is to give 10,000 hot meals, as it means a lot for those who treasure the initiative.
And to you, it may seem as if it's just one hot meal, but to somebody, that could be the world to them that day who is in need. And so we want to be able to show that the resilient Grand Bahama and Grand Bahamians that we are, that we're able to come through and manifest 10,000 meals on that day.
The crusade is being backed by many different public and private organizations on the island. However, there can never be too many hands on deck to ensure the campaign highlights the ongoing struggle families face to feed a household, especially during a precious time such as Thanksgiving.
We implore the Grand Bahama community, churches, NGOs, businesses, and individuals to step forward and support this vital cause. Let's unite and demonstrate the true spirit of community by ensuring that no one goes without a hot meal on Thanksgiving Day.
Thanksgiving Day around the world, especially in the Western culture, is a big day, and Grand Bahamians are a big deal. We faced a lot in the last few years with Dorian, COVID, etc., and Grand Bahamas community is slowly bouncing back, but we're not there yet. So we need to help persons in our community.
And that's a look at stories making news. Jay, what's happening in sports?
Well, Raven, coming up on sports, scores and highlights from the showdown in the Islands baseball tournament that took place this weekend at the Emera Baseball Park. Don't go away. Sports is next, right after this break.
The Forever Flower Shop. Check out our new selection of artificial flowers and wreaths. Choose stems for your own projects or get a pre-made arrangement as a quick fix to a dull space. If you're a soon-to-be bride, inquire about bulk ordering for floral options that won't break the bank. It's all here at Island Bedding and Furniture, located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinary.
Hungry? Save the day with this hack. The tastiest hack is no longer a secret. Order 2 medium one-topping pizzas from Pizza Hut Freeport for only $22. Enjoy Pizza Hut while spending less all the way to the crust. Visit us at the store, carry out, or delivery. 2 medium one-topping pizzas for only $22. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport. Enjoy all the way to the crust. Pizza Hut Freeport.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
For all of life's twists, turns, and defining moments, RBC is open for all of you.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes
on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sport. We have a whole lot of sports for you. Scores from the Grand Bahama Basketball Corporate League games played on the weekend. But let's begin with a major baseball tournament that took place this weekend. The showdown of the Islands baseball tournament played on the weekend at the Emera Baseball Park. Winning the 10 and under championship was Bahama Rock Red Sox over MSC Shippers 11-5. In the 12 and under championship game, Grand Bahama All-Stars defeated Legacy Baseball 9-2. Overall, organizer Donovan Cox and coaches Michael Sweeting and Sonia Knowles was happy with the tournament.
Throughout the event, it was kind of hectic, trying to get teams from abroad to come down and play against some of our local athletes. But, the Bahamas is paradise. Everyone wants to come to the Bahamas, and adding baseball in it made it even better.
Guys are doing pretty good. We haven't played in about 2 months, but the guys have been practicing. Like I said, shout out to Coach Donovan Cox, Chumpy, Brent Sands, and also Coach Carl. They've been holding a camp for the last 5 weeks. So some of the boys have been getting some practice. Some have, some haven't. But they have been getting some practice in, and it's actually showing. So this is a good chance for them to showcase their talent after the camp.
Our team really just need to come out. They just want to play games. So for us, it's an exciting moment where they just want to come out and play some game. The camaraderie is excellent with the other teams, and those are things that you look for when you're looking at playing baseball.
Next in sports, scores from the Grand Bahama Basketball Amateur Corporate League. In Game 1, Dolphin Explorers got the win over Pelican Bay Hotel 41-19. Malik Smith led all scorers with 19 points. Now in Game 2, GB Power edged out Buckeye 34-32 in another close one. Charles Kemp was the high point man with 13 points in the win. And in Game 3, the Port Authority was victorious against Cantina Port 34-23. Joel Davis and Lyndon Davis each scored 12 points for the Port. Ladies and gents, that is your quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Thanks, Jay. Let's take a look now at tonight's weather forecast, sponsored by Royal Star Assurance.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody does it
better. Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization, so if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Dudley said, "You are our Facebook friend of the day. We thank you for always watching and wish you a happy birthday on this day." And that is going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire team, we wish you a happy Emancipation Day. But don't go away. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Aviation stakeholders meet in paradise. A two-seater aircraft missing at sea. Thousands celebrate Emancipation Day. In sports, Shawnee pulls up in 400-meter heats. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Happy Emancipation Day. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders. Thanks for joining us. The Bahamas plays host to the Airports of the Americas annual conference taking place this week at the Bahama Resort. This morning, Tourism, Investments and Aviation Minister and Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper, addressed the summit with a message aimed at building partnerships and collaborations. Corvell Pyfrom reports.
Welcoming the more than 100 delegates representing the U.S., Canada, the Caribbean, and Latin America to the Bahamas for this Airports of the Americas annual conference, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, Chester Cooper, called the occasion a big deal. And for the Bahamas, it's historic, marking the first time the country plays host to this conference.
This conference provides us with an unparalleled opportunity to meet face-to-face with key industry decision makers.
Mr. Cooper, who in almost all of his addresses to international audiences likes to underscore that the Bahamas is open for business, emphasized to these key industry heavyweights that aviation is the oxygen that tourism needs. The Bahamas, therefore, Mr. Cooper adds, is in search of partners and collaboration as it looks to grow and strengthen its aviation sector.
For us, we aim to explore possibilities for expanding airlift to our islands, especially at a time when global demand for travel to the Bahamas is at an all-time high. For everyone, the aviation industry, both globally and locally, is undergoing significant changes, especially in the post-pandemic recovery era. And there's therefore urgent need for destinations and the airports to collaborate on coordinated marketing campaigns, infrastructural developments, and a renewed commitment to safety and security. And today, I'm happy to tell you that LPIA and the airports in the Bahamas are indeed open for collaboration and sister airport agreements.
Later, on the sidelines of the conference, the tourism minister elaborated on the impact this conference will have on the Bahamas.
Aviation cannot exist in a vacuum by its very nature, and therefore it's important that we build a local ecosystem as we've done, deploy our national strategic plan as we've done, but also create a regional ecosystem of partners to champion the growth of aviation.
His message to the international community, though, was clear. Tourism and aviation are two sides of the same coin and vital to the Bahamas and the region's economic growth.
And for the region and for the Bahamas, increasing airlift and improving air connectivity are vital to attracting even more tourists to our shores stimulating economic growth, and creating more job opportunities in the hospitality and aviation sectors.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Now, while the Bahamas rides high of a record year in tourist arrivals, with more projected growth in that sector ahead, there's a bit of a downside as well. The tourism minister says this projected growth means that the country's airports, particularly Lynden Pending International Airport, will need a huge injection of cash for expansion and overall maintenance. He laid out the challenges facing the country's main gateway.
But notwithstanding as beautiful as LPIA is, it is too small. We have seen a significant level of growth in tourism arrivals. In 2023, we have had a record-setting year, with air arrivals 10% ahead of the prior year, making LPIA one of the busiest airports in the Caribbean region. And as a result, we are projecting needing another $200 million investment over the next 12 to 18 months.
Other news for you tonight, police investigating reports of a missing aircraft that left Sebastian, Florida on Sunday. Reports say a lone male pilot operating a white, red, and blue striped two-seater aircraft took off around 9 a.m. and failed to reach Marsh Harbor, Abaco, its intended destination. The aircraft's most recent known location was north of Grand Bahama shortly before 11 a.m. Efforts to reach the pilot were unsuccessful. A search and rescue operation has been initiated in collaboration with the Royal Bahamas Defense Force and U.S. Coast Guard to locate the missing aircraft. While police also investigating the drowning of an adult male on Sunday at Jaws Beach off Western Road. Reports indicate that around 8 p.m., the victim, a 40-year-old, was found unresponsive, submerged in waters. Other beachgoers assisted him to shore and administered CPR. He was transported to a hospital where he was pronounced dead by an attending medical physician. Police continuing their investigations. A reported armed robbery being investigated as well. According to police reports, it occurred shortly before noon on Sunday at a business establishment on Blue Hill and Sunrise Roads. Reports say an unknown male produced a firearm and robbed the business of an undetermined amount of cash. The suspect fled into a waiting dark-colored Japanese vehicle, making good his escape. Anyone with information is urged to contact 911-919, the Criminal Investigations Department at 502-9991, or anonymous tips can be submitted through Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. The Royal Bahamas Police Force conducted Operation Secure City 2.0 from July 29th to August 4th. The operation aimed at minimizing criminal activity, targeting prolific offenders, organized criminal gangs, and motorists who fail to follow the traffic laws and regulations. As a result of an aggressive stop and search, 12 individuals were arrested for various criminal offenses and traffic enforcement citations were issued. The public is encouraged to comply with all laws governing the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, as failure to do so will result in individuals being placed before the magistrate's court. Well, still to come, Emancipation Day, Junkanoo takes over Fox Hill. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more after this.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, Junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Just when Leo was about to buy this useless pair of Hands underwear, he remembered that it was Tuesday. Hungry for deals? You better come satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. Crazy Tuesdays! 5 juicy, mouth-watering pieces of world-famous KFC chicken, handmade with a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices for only $10. Crazy Tuesdays! A finger-licking good deal.
Bank of the Bahamas understands that excellence in banking is not just a goal, but an unending journey. In just a few years, we have doubled the number of ATMs in our network. We've renovated facilities in Freeport and introduced new state-of-the-art premises in Nassau. Updated our website, making it easier for clients to stay in touch. And with our new mobile app, you can bank on the go 24/7. We've upgraded our cards to secure chip and contactless technology and introduced a chip and contactless debit card. And there's more to come, because excellence isn't about reaching a pinnacle. It's about cultivating a business that puts you at the center. BOB, your bank of solutions.
Back into school.
It's getting hot in Marco's, and we're bringing the heat straight to your doorstep. We're giving you a fiery food experience like never before. For a limited time only, try our new sizzling fiery flavors featuring Reaper cheese on our fiery pozzolis, pizzas, cheesy bread, and pizza molds. Can you handle it? Taste the heat and order one now at marcospizzabahamas.com.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
What are we gonna do? We forgot your daddy's birthday. He's in Eleuthera and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right. Eleuthera for tomorrow? No problem.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
Well, welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us. Emancipation Day activities taking place at several historic sites in New Providence, included among them the 3rd annual Fort Montague celebrations hosted by the Antiquities, Monuments, and Museums Corporation. Scores of visitors and locals witnessing a troop reenactment. There were also live musical performances, presentations, as well as storytelling. AMMC Director Dr. Christopher Curry.
The Bahamians love to go to the beach on Emancipation Day. It's just a tradition in our country. So we figured this is our only fort that is on a beach. And so we strategically marketed and designed, developed a program for Emancipation Day for our Bahamian visitors so we could truly celebrate Emancipation Day.
Fox Hillians welcoming Governor General Her Excellency the Most Honorable Dame Cynthia Pratt at the Emancipation Day church service on the Fox Hill Parade. Back from a recent trip in Botswana, Africa, the Governor General applauded the community for preserving the Emancipation Day holiday.
I am pleased that the Fox Hill Committee continues to keep our culture, cuisine, values, and traditions alive through your series of activities. I encourage you to continue to teach the children about our joining and instill in them who we are. To borrow a quote from the late Miles Monroe, and I quote, "Our life is the sum total of all the decisions we make every day, and those decisions are determined by priorities."
Fox Hill Member of Parliament Fred Mitchell says all these years after slavery ended, the fight for social justice continues.
The interesting thing is the British government borrowed £20 million to pay the slave owners to set the slaves free. They just finished paying the loan back that they took out, which was then a quarter of the annual budget of the British government. They just finished paying the loan off in 2015. But guess what? The slaves got nothing. And the descendants today are still crying out for justice and reparations.
Now, prior to the Church Service Emancipation Day, celebrations continued in Fox Hill Monday with 8 of the major senior groups participating in a Junkanoo rush out. Scores of residents turned out for the cultural celebration, which also included a health fair. Junkanooer Nathan Taylor and Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, the Honorable Jomo Campbell, said it's all about cultural pride.
This is something about our history. This is about our heritage. It's about coming up, participating, and showing our love for the heritage and for the culture. And what Fox Hill and Emancipation means to the Bahamas. So it's not about coming out first. This isn't Boxing Day and this isn't New Year's. This is not for a competition. This is purely about the love of culture.
We have a great Caribbean artist by the name of Bob Marley who said that we should emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. So every year we make sure that we find ourselves in Fox Hill to celebrate with the Bahamas at large, to appreciate and to celebrate our journey to emancipation. It's for the future generations to build on, and I'm here to celebrate with Bahamians from far and wide, all across the archipelago. And what better place to be than in Fox Hill?
President of the Fox Hill Festival Committee, Warren Davis, noted that efforts are underway to ensure that the historic festival continues to grow.
It's still building on the foundation that I said before. You know, this festival has gone on for now 190 years plus. And, you know, for emancipation, this was where it all began. So to know to be freed as slave, as we celebrate, we don't just celebrate here, we celebrate through our churches, because on Fox Hill Day, there'll be a visit by the PM to our minister and to collaborate with his colleagues to go to 4 Baptist churches in Fox Hill on Fox Hill Day, which will be held on 13th, and it starts at 11 o'clock at St. Paul's.
Emancipation Day activities also taking place in Gambier, and that's where we find our Wes Forbes. Wes.
Hundreds will be gathered on Gambier Park to celebrate the holiday. There will be food, there will be bouncing castle, there will be music, there will be everything that you possibly could think of. There will be more on the upcoming newscast.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be extra.
What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you is?
I right you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
Girl, you see him? You see him? Oh, that's my dream man right there.
Listen, the only man I just dream about is Percy. Him and his pension plan just keep me smiling in my sleep. That's right. Percy get a pension plan where you could win up to $1,000 a week for a year.
Can you lie?
No, ma'am. Every time you deposit $20 on your verified Island Game account during July and August, you automatically enter to win one of 13 pensions. Y'all, Percy is my dream man. Look at that. Look at that. Woo-hoo.
Did somebody say Percy?
Looking on your account and ride the easy train at Percy's Island Game.
We
go everywhere. Shop early at Janae's Chesapeake Road annual back-to-school sale going on now. Get up to 20% off on all school items in stock. Yes, all school items in stock. Shirts, jumpers, skirts, boys' long and short pants, school neckties, PE shorts, and a variety of colors and school monograms. Shop early and don't miss out at Janae's Uniform Center Chesapeake Road's annual back-to-school sale going on now. Remember, we go everywhere. Beat the rush and save, save, save at Janae's annual sale now.
Over a decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
One of the country's most historic establishments, making international headlines once again for its excellent service and product offerings within the global tourism and leisure market. Let's take a look. For the 36th consecutive year, Graycliff was bestowed the Wine Spectator's Grand Award. The honor is given by Wine Spectator, the world's leading authority on wines. Graycliff CEO Enrico Gazzaroli says the recognition signifies Graycliff's passionate commitment to crafting unforgettable dining experiences.
Graycliff is a very unique property, because we are housing a 5-star restaurant in an antique mansion with a lot of history. We try to preserve whatever possible of this history, and but we are located not by the sea, and we are located in the middle of 2 big players in the Bahamas, the Atlantis and the Bahamas, with all the restaurants, hotels, different options and everything. So we have to create something unique so that the people keep coming and coming.
Graycliff edged out over 30,000 annual applicants for the coveted honors. The Wine Spectator conducts vigorous on-site inspections on each candidate's wine program, cellar, service, ambiance, and cuisine.
And we try to be very selective in our purveyors. So the meats, no matter what they do, I this, that's it. The fish, this. You see, the price is irrelevant. What I want to deliver is the best possible that is available. No, so basically, you have to be at consistency.
Graycliff awarded its first Wine Spectator Award in 1986. At the heart of its success is its renowned wine cellar that boasts an impressive collection of over 200,000 bottles and 6,500 selections from 25 countries. Our ZNS News team getting an exclusive tour of this spectacular vintage collection dating back to 1836.
We have wines from Turkey to Bulgaria to Japan to China to, forget about all the little wineries in California.
What's the price range of all the wines?
And it's from $60, $80, $100, all the way up to $200,000. Yeah, I was born in Italy. My grandfather had one of these early wineries that where you produce the wine to clean the floors now, And then in Italy, when you're young, you get a little wine with the water to drink and everything. So it's part of my childhood.
In 1988, the restaurant became the first facility in the Bahamas and the Caribbean to receive the coveted Grand Award and will be featured for its work later this month in the popular Global Wine Spectator publication. Well, had a great experience hanging out with Graycliff's CEO. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more after this.
For all of life's twists, turns, and defining moments, RBC is meant for all of you.
Andy, turns out I'm allergic to the Australian veggie spread.
Ooh, thankfully CG will cover you anywhere in the world. Remember when I went to Australia for my title fight? Trust me when I say you do not want to get in the ring with a kangaroo. It wasn't until my victory dinner with the Sultan that I realized top shelf caviar doesn't agree with me. But I was covered. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm teaching your cousin how to use a flamethrower. Woohoo!
Medical cover anywhere in the world. CG Atlantic Medical and Life. Good like that.
Fuel the difference. Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less than so far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
Police in Canal investigating a fatal traffic accident that occurred this morning, resulting in the death of an adult male. Preliminary reports reveal that around 12:15 a.m., an adult male driving a vehicle north of the Smiths Bay settlement struck two male pedestrians from New Providence, ages 27 and 30, resulting in severe injuries. Both victims were transported to the medical clinic, but the 27-year-old later died. The driver is assisting with the ongoing investigations. The Bahamas operates 30 airports across the country, and major work is needed to bring those facilities up to standard. This effort will take almost $300 million in investments, and the government is in search of partners, according to Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper.
We are redoing 14 major airports, and we're going to be seeing steady progress of these airports coming out of the ground real soon, as we have already seen in places like Bimini, as we're seeing progress in New Bight, Cat Island. We will see the terminal building in Exuma restart soon. We've completed the loan process for the Saudi Fund for Development. So now we've got the money in the bank, so to speak. We'll be moving on to Naughty Lutra very shortly with requests for proposal over the next 60 days or so, as we will do with Black Point. And we're also working on a priority basis with Long Island as well.
The temporary closure of the Sandals Resort in Exuma, a big blow to many of its employees and Exuma residents. But Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper, who also serves as a Member of Parliament for Exuma, seems confident that there are enough developments taking place on that island for the local economy to absorb these temporary layoffs.
There are 400 new jobs being created as a result of the construction at Sandals. There's a myriad of new jobs already being created at Torch Key, just off Little Exuma, Cave Key, where there's going to be a big announcement tomorrow that I'm excited about, and Sampson Key, and there are many small developments as well. So there is no shortage of opportunities and jobs in the construction space, as we have really opened the investment market, if you will, and we are seeing probably $1.5 billion of new investments going into Exuma.
Sandals Emerald Bay set to close on August 15th for at least 6 months. During its closure, the resort will undergo a $100 million transformation to a beaches brand. Deputy Prime Minister says Sandals continues to be a strong partner, and the resort's conversion to beaches will mean even more opportunities for Bahamians.
So there's new opportunities for entrepreneurs in the family entertainment space, and it opens new vistas for the Bahamas, for Canadians and Europeans, many of whom have demanded family all-inclusive hotels. I'm excited about the possibilities. This is going to be a period of temporary uncertainty, but I am cautiously optimistic that at the end of the day, we're going to have a spanking new $100 million resort that's going to welcome families and open and create new opportunities for the people of Exuma.
Well, time now for a check on Family Island weather temperatures. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Desmond. We have partly cloudy skies, temperature at 89 degrees, the relative humidity 71%, winds out of the south-southeast at 12 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,018.7 millibars, that is 30.08 inches. And your temperatures around the islands are 84 in Marsh, Hyperbaric, Green Cove Key 86, 86 in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands 87, Alistown, Bimini 84, 86 in Harbor Island, Rock Sunny, Lutra 90 degrees, 86 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros, Camp Space out Andros, Black Point, Exuma at 90, 91 in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, Rumkey, and also Georgetown, Exuma at 91 degrees. And then we pick up some more 90s in Regatta Island, Clownstown, Long Island, Crooked Island, and Betsy Bay. Ackland's at 88 degrees, Matching 85, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 87 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Alive Business, where you're always protected during the worst storms. Now, in the northwestern islands tonight through the middle of the week, those winds will remain out of the south at 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet with caution flags up. High tide, 9:31 tonight, the second high tide at 9:50 tomorrow morning. Now, for the central and southeastern islands, also throughout Wednesday, the winds are going to be southeast at 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights 3 to 6 feet, so caution flags are also up for the central and southeastern Bahamas. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Agreeable, need it feeling out. Get a sailorman sound. Crawly agreeable, need it feeling out. Get a sailorman sound. If you wanna go to heaven, put the radar on your head. That's a sailorman sound. If you wanna go to heaven, put the radar on your head. Boy,
and that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. The extended weather forecast is still ahead.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, follow us at ZNS Digital on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us on our website at znsbahamas.com.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
J.S. Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. These 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
While our Olympians hunt for gold in Paris, the savings continue at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Livy spaghetti and meatballs, 15-ounce, $1.59. Western vegetable oil, 40-ounce, $5.59. Panama raw shrimp, $31.40, 1 pound, $6.99. Whole chicken wings, $1.79 per pound. Boneless pork chop or roast, $2.79 per pound. Celebrating Team Bahamas, that's Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
We here at Candid Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service, we do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also vet people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. At the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
have more than anyone else. We are the most. We are news leaders, and credibility is the order of the day.
Why don't you come to the most? Only the Sun can cover you better than our new digital product with exclusive stories and entertaining content.
We are the most. Community TV page and radio community announcements. The most viewers and listeners in the country.
We have the most years of Bahama history recorded. There's no archive like ours.
I came back home to bring you even more news and local programming. We're simply the most, the new ZNS.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Vontae, and welcome back to another episode of The Drop. Keep going.
2 minutes to airtime. I came back home to make sure you have the most in news and entertainment. We're simply the most.
And I came back home to make sure that you have the most in information, education, entertainment, and inspiration. We're simply the most. The new ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care. With donors and partners, we're always here to turn compassion into action. Protecting life and health with our training throughout the years. We empower to heal the world. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas. Community farming for food security. Climate programs suited for our island country. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your holiday sports, everyone. I'm Amajal No Stopping Sports. What has been a relatively disappointing start to the 2024 Paris Olympic Games, to say the least, for the Bahamas. This morning, things taking another turn as reigning Olympic 400-meter champion Shawnee Miller-Weibo would begin her quest to defend her crown, but some things going awry. Our Marcellus Hall has more in this Olympic update.
This Olympic Sports Update is brought to you by J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, Comfort Suites Paradise Island, the Gaming Board of the Bahamas, Powerade, Bonaventure Medical Labs, Original Potties, and Gatorade.
Well, it was another day of activity here in Paris, France, and just like last night, Bahamians waiting with bated breath to see if one of our athletes would step onto the track. Shawnee Miller-Weibo was scheduled to run this morning in the women's rounds, the first round of the women's 400 meters, running in heat number 4. And unfortunately, well, she did show up for the meet, did run. Unfortunately, at about 3/4 of the race through, Shawnee Miller-Weibo pulls up and walks the rest of the way. Disappointing for her, I'm sure, and disappointing for the Bahamas back at home. But she did give an effort, which is something that we can definitely hold on to. Shawnee Miller-Weibo giving everything she had, declined to speak to us in the mixed zone, did not talk to the press. Understandably so, probably very, very upset from an emotional standpoint, not willing to brave that emotion and give a word as to what exactly happened on the track. But we saw it out there. Shawnee Miller-Weibo giving everything she had, unable to finish the race. But the defending Olympic champion does give her best effort, does show up, does make an effort to finish the race. Unfortunately, not able to get it done. So we've had Stephen Gardner last night. Word is he had an ankle injury, unable to compete. Again, that word came late last night, many hours after he failed to show up on the track. And now Shawnee Miller-Weibo, the latest casualty here at these Olympic Games. Still to come, of course, we have some events tonight, the 200 meters. We'll see whether or not Wanye McCoy can move on into the second round of the men's 200 meters. And, of course, later on this week, we'll have Devin Charlton, still now the real last medal hopeful for the Bahamas. That will be in the women's 100-meter hurdles. Reporting here from Paris, France, I'm Marcellus Hall, ZNS Total Sports.
Since then, it's been confirmed that Miller-Weibo will, in actuality, have another shot as she will run in the repechage rounds of the 400 meters on Tuesday morning in hopes of being able to move on to the semifinals.
This Olympic Sports Update is brought to you by J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, Comfort Suites Paradise Island, the Gaming Board of the Bahamas, Powerade, Bonaventure Medical Labs, Original Parties, and Gatorade.
Still on Olympics, a trip down memory lane with one of the best jumpers the country has ever produced. More in this Olympic Rewind.
Hi, I'm Craig Hepburn, a two-time Olympian for the Bahamas in the men's long jump and currently still the national record holder. One of my best memorable moments at the Olympics was in 1992, having the ability and the opportunity to be able to compete against persons like Carl Lewis, arguably one of the best long jumpers of all time, and Mike Powell, who's currently the world record holder in the long jump. I'm Craig Hepburn, and that's my Olympic Rewind, and I'm proud to be a Bahamian.
And in sailing news, the Cat Island Regatta coming to a close last night after several days of competition. A look at the winners in Class B. First place there would go to the Susan Chase, and second is Ant's Nest, followed by Udiva. In Class C, the winner there would be Sassy Sue, followed by Catch the Cat and Sacrifice. And finally, in the E-Class, Lady Anne Marie taking the top spot there, followed by Captain Peg and the Blue Marlin. And Cat Island are the only place hosting some sailing this weekend. Our Charles Fisher giving us this update from Black Point Exuma.
Our is being complete domination by the crew of H2O in the first series races. In the first race, H2O won that, followed by Chaser, Lady Eunice, Slaughter, and Raging Bull. Then they came back to take the second series race, followed by Slaughter, Raging Bull, and Lady Eunice. The crew, they know what they came here to do.
Well, I had to come back to the Black Point 61st Regatta and show that H2O is the king of Black Point. You know, we had a just a little scrimmage about 3 weeks ago, and boy, if we won. We had 2 first and 2 second. We still lost the race because we had an infraction. But I had to come back and just dominate to show them that we are king of the Black Point Harbor.
So H2O fans can expect come Monday now?
Now we're going to take this one and then just do a clean sweep just to show them. Y'all can talk with the rest of the boats, but when it comes to H2O, we above the rest. We in our own league.
Now, today was the final series race, and we'll have that complete wrap-up for you coming on Tuesday. In Black Point Exuma for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
And in boxing news, despite a valiant effort, veteran Rashid Raw Williams losing to undefeated 19-year-old welterweight standout Emiliano Moreno by way of unanimous decision. The bout recently taking place as the co-main event on Wednesday night fights at the Pro Box TV Event Center in Plant City, Florida. Williams' record would fall to 11-3 as a professional. And that's been a look at your sports on this holiday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
From June 1st to November 30th, the ZNS Radio and Television Network is the #1 source in the Bahamas for hurricane information before, during, and after a storm. Now is the time to choose your radio and television hurricane season ad packages. Get extra special rates and run the ads only when you want them to run. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800.
Your one-stop shop for all things news and entertainment.
Bringing you exclusive content from unique talents you can't find anywhere else.
Keeping you updated with the top stories from across the nation.
And entertained with a variety of engaging content.
All in one place.
With one click.
You mean I can get all this in the palm of my hand?
Yes.
On all my favorite devices?
Yes. And with unlimited access to all types of different content.
You won't need to look anywhere else.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
I don't know, but there's all kind of cars in the parking lot. You ain't even know where to park. Yeah, that's no parking. Look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park. Just don't park.
Yeah, that's handicap.
No, man, you can't park in handicap spot.
I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long.
Handicap spot, boy, what's going on, dog?
I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way park here, man.
I tell you we shouldn't park here.
Don't get one of these things.
My bad, big bro. And he got a sticker inside. This ain't this mud, though. We gotta move. This is a handicap spot.
Let's go. We gotta move.
But we gotta move. We can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer affecting Bahamians. Your risk of developing colon cancer is increased if you have a personal history of colorectal cancer or colon polyps, a family history of colon cancer, or inflammatory bowel diseases such as ulcerative colitis. Other factors that can increase your risk of developing colon cancer are low fiber, high fat diets, a sedentary lifestyle, obesity, smoking, and alcohol. You can take steps to reduce your risk of colon cancer by making specific lifestyle changes. Eat a variety of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. These foods contain fiber, minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants, which may play a role in cancer prevention. Drink alcohol in moderation or not at all. Do not smoke. Exercise with a goal of getting in at least 30 minutes each day. If you've been inactive, start slowly and gradually build up to 30 minutes. Also, talk to your doctor before starting any exercise program. Maintain a healthy weight. If you're at a healthy weight, maintain it by combining a well-balanced diet with daily exercise. If you need to lose weight, ask your doctor about healthy ways to achieve your goal. Colon cancer screening can also help to prevent colon cancer or lead to its early detection when treatment is most effective. If you're 45 years or older, speak to your doctor about having a colonoscopy or some form of colon cancer screening that may be appropriate for you. I'm Dr. Eugene Marcus Cooper. Pay attention to your health. Get the facts and discuss colon cancer with your physician today.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Public Hospitals Authority.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal, at the check-in counter, at security checkpoints, or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free Sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
We seem to remember our athletes when they make us proud at the finish line. Throw a Junkanoo parade when they return home, toss them a few dollars, and then forget about them until the next Members time. Of the prestigious Fourth Estate should never sell themselves to any politician. Instead, keep their hands and noses clean in order to publish or broadcast the unadulterated truth. Well, that's how I see it anyway.
Read as I see it, exclusively at ZNNSBahamas.com. New articles premiere on Mondays at 9 a.m.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we still have Tropical Storm Debbie now over Georgia, and it's moving towards the north-northeast at about 7 miles per hour, very slowly, packing winds of about 60 miles per hour. That will eventually move over the Atlantic Ocean. That will happen sometime middle of the week on Wednesday, and as it does so, there is the potential for some intensification, but it's going to move back inland on Thursday of next week. Our satellite pictures are showing the core of that system right across Georgia, moving towards the Carolinas, and we still have that feeder band wrapping around over Grand Bahama and Bimini areas there, so they will experience some showers and thunderstorms, some of which could be heavy at times tonight as that system gradually lifts towards the north. Our forecast for tonight here in the capital, breaking clouds, very much on the warm side, with a low temperature at 82 degrees, and tomorrow, cloudy again with thunderstorms in spots, particularly in the afternoon as a result of those outer rain bands. 90 degrees for your high temperature, and extended weather forecast. The cloudy conditions will be with us right through Thursday. We'll start to get some breaking on Friday with isolated thunderstorms in the morning hours, and Saturday looking pretty good with lots of sunshine in the forecast. Desmond.
Well, thanks, Basil. This holiday weekend offered options of island getaways for homecomings and regattas. Kit Island's Emancipation Holiday Weekend Homecoming is usually a big draw each year. Other places like Eleuthera and Andros with events of their own, but ask Exuma MP, Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper, how do these events stack up to Exuma's holiday weekend events? And there's simply no comparison.
Love Cat Island. They have a great rake and scrape spirit. They have good culture. They have some great historical sites, but Exuma will always be the home. The home of regattas, we have 9 of them. Exuma will always be the home of regattas, the National Family Isle Regatta, and the sailing capital of the Bahamas, undisputed.
Well, that's going to do it for the Bahamas tonight, the National Report. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thank you for watching and have a good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network.